Yeah, Shalom. Kal halayim la'ihaw ba'ashem Yahushai, ba'ashem Recha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS that rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessing unto you elect out there, brothers and sisters, that take heed in sincerity and in truth. Coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh ba'ashem Yahushai, ba'ashem Recha HaKodash. I'm going to start off with 2 Corinthians 4, and this is going to piggyback off of last night's live stream that we did, and the brother Amath was going into he started off Matthew's 25 with the talents, right? And the Lord, he entrusted his men, starting all the way from the 12 disciples all the way down, because there is an order, right? He gave them a disposition of the gospel. He gave us talents or treasures or sums of money, right? Which is this word, wisdom, right? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So this is 2 Corinthians 4:1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully, right? Because that's a big issue. Guys come in this ministry for a lot of wrong reasons, man. Some vile reason, like making it, what do you call it? Lasciviousness. I believe that's the word. But basically trying to make money from this thing, from this ministry, right? Trying to lucre, filthy lucre's sake, not lasciviousness, filthy lucre's sake, right? Handling the word deceitfully, causing strife, having favors, having small clans. That's not. Look, we're not in this for that, right? Having favorites, having murmuring, shit talking. That's all workers of deceitfulness. Doing this thing deceitfully, right? And when you look up that word craftiness, again, let's see in the Greek.
Strong's G 3834, panorgia.
Right, panorgia, which means craftiness, cunning, a specious or false wisdom. And that's another thing that Apostle Tahar was mentioning about regurgitating and being a parrot, right? Just saying the things that you hear straight from the apostles and the elder bishops and the elders' mouths, man. Without actually going into the information. Certain brothers ask questions because, let's say, you look something up, and that first level you looked up, they already have their gatekeepers, and they're not going to have the information so prevalent, so exposed. So you might have to go aside from Google. You gotta you gotta spice it up and use DuckDuckGo, right? That's a great tool for brothers to use, because it's going to show things that Google might have not shown, or at least Google hides it in the back pages. You got to go all the way to some of the last pages over there. All right, it's not going to be on page 1 or 2, but certain words, blue letter is going to go off. You have to dig it out yourself, man. You got to ask the Spirit, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Recha HaKodash, Babakwa shall work with me. Show me the answer that I'm looking for, right? You beg the Lord, man, and be diligent. The Lord said, roughly paraphrasing, but if you seek that which you seek, you're gonna find. But you have to seek it. You have to put in that work. Like we're going into yesterday, Matthew's 25, about the talents, and then you traded. And you got 1 talent, but then you traded it, and you got 2 talents. Or you had 2 talents, you traded it, now you have 4 talents, or 5, etc. That word traded meant what? Labor, right? This is a labor, man, a labor of love, right? We're at the plow, So craftiness in a good sense, prudence, skill, right? But we're not talking about a good sense of craftiness using judgment. We're talking about, what does it say right here? Strong's definition, in a bad sense, trickery or sophistry, cunning, craftiness, subtlety. So you got guys like that, man, using this truth, this trying to use this truth for their own gain, for a demon of hype, you know, or a demon of glory, whatever your idea of glory is. Because in this place, the only time you're gonna get glory or real fame is when if you defeat, right? If you defeat the beast, if you overcome, if you hold this word fast, if you endure until the end. That's the only fame, you know, that's the only way. But you guys want to do this Israelite clothing line shit, Israelite TV shows, Israelite, you know, all this madness, man. You know? Anyway, it says, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So some of you guys come in, crept in unaware, and you're completely lost because you heard the things that you wanted to hear, you know, and you were overtaken with the sensations of, yeah, I'm an Israelite and, you know, best people on the planet and all this, you know, yeah, Esau's going to be our slave and all these nations are going to serve us. But you didn't know what it took to get there, you know, the unpleasant ways, man, you know, the purging, right? Going through tribulations, through much tribulation, as Paul said, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, right? Verse 4, in whom the Most High of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. And that goes into the book of Isaiah. I believe it's chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken, about the angel blinding, right? Making the eyes of this people heavy, making their ears fat, right? So they cannot hear, and they cannot see and understand, right? That's a hell of a thing, man. That's why the Most High, he's Allah Shadia, right? A terrible, a demon-like power, right? Verse 5, for we preach not ourselves, but Mashiach Yahushai, the Lord, and ourselves your servants, for Yahushai's sake. For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahushai Mashiach. Because we were in darkness, right? He shined the light out of the darkness and into our minds, right? To illuminate you. Verse 7, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels. What is this treasure? This wisdom, this sum of money, right? This precious sum of money. What are the earthen vessels? These bodies, right? These bodies are earthly vessels, man. And as the wisdom, book of Wisdom of Solomon says, how does it go about shoot, now I forget. A corruptible body presseth down the soul, right? So these bodies are a real step down. As great as they are, if you put the right things in them, you know, and as carnally great as they are, they're still a lot less than the time than what we had during the time of Adam, even the time of Noah. Right? You know, people live 120 years, man, and there's some people that live up to that, and even a little longer. But if you're talking about the last 50 years, the last 60 years, yeah, man, you're lucky if you live up to 80 in a good condition. That's another thing. You know, well, I'm 92 years old. You know, I got 10 different medications, you know, arthritis, osteoarthritis, Alzheimer's. You wanna be in your strength. All right, it says, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High, not of us. Right, and when you look up that word treasure, thesaurus, which means the place in which good And precious things are collected and laid up. A casket, coffer, or other receptacle in which valuables are kept. A treasury, a storehouse. And when you go down here, right, it says, into the Strongs, it says a deposit. Wealth, literally or figuratively, a treasure, right? And again, that great treasure, that's why Yahweh Shai said, Revelation 2:9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, right? So for the brothers out there, he knows your works, right? If like the apostle just made the decree, meditate upon the Lord every day, man. Do a video every day, 10-minute video. It's not hard, 15-minute, but make it edifying. Don't just today I want to talk about, and this is a great pressure, and it either is going to build you or it's going to break you. So you pray for the Lord to build up your spirit, man. But the Lord knows your works, and he knows our tribulation. We're about to head into the great time of tribulation, right? Jacob's trouble and poverty, right? Because there's a spectrum. Some brothers are well off, but again, we're all subject to payments, man. We all got headaches. We all got stresses. You wake up, it's the end of the month. You're worrying about your bill, this bill, that bill. Your car payment. You need your car broke down. You're worrying about paying $2,000-$3,000 for something, right? So the Lord knows all that. So let's go to. I typed in treasure here, right? Into the concordance, and there's a few scriptures. Let's get 2 Ezra 6:5. And the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. So that's why I said this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, along with the faith. That is the treasure. That's the sum of money, or a sum of precious goods. All right, because faith, first of all, for you to believe this, for you to have any kind of understanding, all right, for you to fear the Lord, first and foremost, you need to have faith, which is a gift, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they must gift you the gift of faith, right? You can't work up to it. You can gain more faith, of course, in the work, in the ministry, but that initial, hey, this is the truth. I'm an Israelite. This is what's going on in the earth. This is what's gonna happen. That's of the Lord. He has to make you believe. And that's very precious, man. It's something you can't see. As Paul said, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? But it's there. It's right there. You can feel it. So that's for the point of gathered faith for a treasure. Right? That's one of the, that's a treasure. Right? Let's see. This is Wisdom of Solomon 7. I'm going to start at this is Solomon speaking about wisdom. Let's start at verse 13. I learned diligently and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches, for she is a treasure unto men that never faileth. Right? It says, which they that use become the friends of the Most High, being commended for the gifts that come from learning. Right? And that goes into, again, don't hide this word. Again, going into Matthew 25 about the wicked servant that hid the talent. Right? He went in the earth, he digged a hole, and he hid his talent, man, his sum of money. Don't hide it. Right? This is what these videos are about. When you upload a video and you go and you add your tags, you put your title in, your description, whatever your hashtags you want to do. No, this is not for kids. At the end, it says what? Publish, which means what? To make public, to publicize. So it's out in the open. Right? There's a lot of good scriptures, man, but I'm going to get this as well. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 1:25. The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner. Yeah, this is a good one. Sirach 41 and 14. My children, keep discipline and peace, for wisdom that is hid and a treasure that is not seen. What profit is in them both? A man that hideth his foolishness is better than a man that hideth his wisdom. Right? Again, going into make it public, man, make it plain. You know, Ecclesiastes 20:30, wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is in them both? And this is, again, dealing with literally, of course. You know, you hide it somewhere, it's not going to profit anybody. But, of course, dealing with this truth, man, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? Sirach 29 and 11, lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. And that's what we want, man. We want that prize. You know, you want that pardon from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And from when you have that pardon, his blessings are going to rain. You don't even need to ask for, oh, I want money. I want this. Yo, that's a given. He's royalty, right? He's royalty. So if you're pardoned and the blessings rain, you can only imagine. And even that's not enough, because this the book of Isaiah says, eye had not seen, ear had not heard, what the Most High had in stock, right? Or in store for those that wait upon him. I'm going to get one more from Isaiah. Okay, this is the time we're heading into. And this just, again, you know, puts a nail in the coffin about the treasure. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation, because everything is going to be dark. All right. Everything's going to be cut off. The world we're conditioned to, right? We're conditioned to be online. We're conditioned to be connected, communicating, seeing things every day at a rapid pace. That's going to be put to an end. You're going to be mostly alone. You know, the book of 2nd Ezra says, you shall be in a city and you shall desire to see another man or hear another man's voice and shall not. The world is going to change, so you're going to need these scriptures, these commandments, this wisdom to be in the forefront and the back mind, you know, to keep you up and say, look, you know, this thing is, we're here. This is it. This is what we've been prophesying about. You know, the Lord is coming, man. Even though everything's going to be, the grid's going to be locked off, it's going to seem completely hopeless. People are going to be panicking and dying and mourning, right? Great death upon the earth. Yet, these scriptures is what's going to keep you going, man, right? It says, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure, right? And actually, I want to look up that in the blue letter. So let's go to Isaiah. Hold on. Oh, it's the beginning. I was looking at the end. Treasure. The word is what is that? Tazar. Al-Tazar, which means treasure storehouse, treasure, gold, silver, magazine of weapons, figuratively, of God's armory. Hey, arm yourselves with the shield of, you know, the helmet of salvation, you know, the faith shield, right? The shield of faith, right out of the book of Ephesians. Right, so treasure, man. Properly, what is laid up a store, treasure, stores of corn, food, provision, right? So things that are going to keep you, right? Things of substance that will keep you, right? Anyway, I hope you're edified with that. I want to say, Kal Halalim, La Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Ruach HaKodesh, double honors to the apostles of GMS Daruwal, And salutations and blessings to you elect Akim, and few Aquathium that take heed. Shalom.